Hey guys, how's it hanging? It's TheLivingBluejay here, and today I want to share a theory that I had involving Plus Bonnie for Five Nights at Freddy's Plus. So just recently, the Steam page for FNAF Plus has hit the public, and fans are going wild adding this game to their wish lists. This page has a bunch of screenshots and a teaser trailer. I did a breakdown video for that, which I'll add an annotation up in the corner if you'd like to check that out after this video. As of late, the character of Bonnie has been very mysterious among recent official FNAF games. Five Nights at Freddy's AR Special Delivery. 3 out of 4 of the skins have a large piece of his body missing. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Glamrock Bonnie has mysteriously disappeared. And now Five Nights at Freddy's Plus. The ghost of Plus Bonnie? Before we go any further, yes, I do think all Plus animatronics are haunted, but I have reason to believe that the ghost of Plus Bonnie will have more relevance than all, and maybe even be present. Anyway, let's go. So, Plus Bonnie, since the very beginning, has been very mysterious. He was the first character we've seen in motion or in video. That of course being connection error. And fans just seem to have been the most creeped out by Plus Bonnie the most by far. Connection error held something that blew the minds of fans in terror. This has shown a camera feed monitoring the dining hall. Plus Bonnie can be spotted during the middle of the video, and close to the ending of that video, he'll suddenly appear very close to the camera, and it'll become disabled, ergo the connection error. I'm posing that the fashion in which this camera has gone disabled was from a greater force, this force being a ghostly presence. I have a theory that discusses how greater forces like these can influence technology and devices called the physicality of hallucinations. I'll add an annotation up in the corner if you'd like to listen to that. However, instead of hallucinations, let's keep ghosts in mind instead. So, throughout history, no animatronic has ever been able to literally interfere with your camera feed. That is, if we're not including development limitations, like the camera going fuzzy to disguise movement. Of course, Scott, couldn't animate all that by himself, so simply overlaying static over movement was the choice, and also shouldn't interfere with this theory. And with that, not including Ultimate Custom Night's need for a bunch of random mechanics. So not including those two things, only hallucinations have been seen to play with your feed. Hallucinations, much like ghosts, a greater force. I suggest Plus Bonnie has used a spiritual power to disable this feed. Connection errors feed intact, let's run with that. Speaking of feed, the very camera of Cam 1B can be used as evidence for this. According to Breaking Plus Entering, there has been a disappearance of footage from Cam 1B. And what have we just talked about? Plus Bonnie disabling that very camera, Cam 1B, also known as the dining hall. Those two pieces just fit so perfectly. Plus Bonnie allegedly disabling a camera, and a notice of disappeared footage. And let's remember, throughout every camera content of Cam 1B shown, only Plus Bonnie has been present on it. Anyway, Breaking Plus Entering has also mentioned that this footage needed prompt review. I'm assuming what requires review is the portion Plus Bonnie appeared in. And much like anything else, if this gets reviewed as a paranormal interference with the camera linked with Plus Bonnie, Fazbear Entertainment will most certainly sweep it under the rug. But somehow, let's say this information has been leaked to the public. Who would have leaked it? Let's just slot in a night guard for the time being. So, if this information has been leaked by a night guard, this tells us why a teenager interested in paranormal investigation has broken into the building in the first place, to see if that leak is actually true. Why else would he write on mystery number 1, do the animatronics move at night? The leaker in this story should be more important, and there is a reason why I think the night guard has done so. Breaking Plus Entering has management share that we, assuming this is referring to the night guard, that we need to get in contact with the intern and nicely resolve something with him. It also talked about unusual material left intact. I'd like to connect all of these pieces of information I just went over. Night guard leaks this footage. Management tells us to contact the intern. Intern is angry. Why is he angry? Well, we just leaked this footage. This footage is of unusual material left intact. Unusual paranormal interference on tape. What does intact mean? Intact means complete or not damaged. In the context of footage, the night guard has leaked the complete footage. before the edit, which management has discussed doing in order to sweep it under the rug. And yes, an edit has been mentioned in breaking plus entering. But also, why is the intern angry? Well, I believe plus William Afton is the intern in this universe. I have a theory video about that as well, which I'll link in the annotation above. If word gets out that plus Afton has murdered kids and stuffed these suits, along with footage of haunted animatronics moving at night, that would absolutely not look good on him. It would get him fired for sure, and it would steer him away from his plan, which in this universe, I feel like it's him having ties with this business, later having him go all out, and then there's a psychotic rampage, which there's lore of, and it can be noted through FNAF 1 all the way to FNAF 10. So yeah, I believe that can link together and sum up this theory quite nicely. However, there is one last point I found and would like to touch upon, and that can be found in breaking plus entering. There is a kid's drawing that can be found on a bulletin board. Looking closely, we can notice that someone has drawn Bonnie greeting a band of kids with the idea of cake. Now, something I've noticed is that the band of kids presented here appear unlike any other kid on the bulletin board. These 4 children look like how we're used to seeing dead children or a child ghost. Gray, sunken black eyes. So, what I can gather is that this could be hinting at the ghost of plus Bonnie might have a strong spirit, like as strong as 4 spirits together, or maybe even 4 spirits are possessing plus Bonnie. I don't know, I just find it quite odd that this is the only drawing presumably having ghost-like children, while having plus Bonnie present, which is what this theory is all about. Yeah, I gotta say, at least to me, this is solidifying that the ghost of Bonnie might have more relevance than the others. Unrelated, but regarding this picture, I'm wondering if that seemingly alive girl in the background could represent the future spirit of Golden Freddy in this universe, or should I say the future spirit of plus Golden Freddy, because we do know that Golden Freddy will be in this game. We've heard his laugh. But anyway, back on track. Something that's released along with the plus Steam page is something on topic of Bonnie that is incredibly off. Something that solidifies that his ghost will have more significance than others. And that is this screenshot. At a simple glance, you may not see any oddities here, but if you actually brighten up this image, you'll see why this theory plants. And that is that. Plus Bonnie here doesn't have any legs. In fact, he's missing half of his body. I can't think of one explanation other than a ghost to explain the presentation of this screenshot. Why else would he be floating? And if you zoom in very closely to the disappeared rim, you can see his body slowly fade into nothingness. He also has this odd wire leaking down from his shoulder that has never been seen before on his body. Could this wire have something to do with the ghost of plus Bonnie? Well, with all the evidence out of the way, thanks to this theory, we can only further go into speculation and blind guesses. So yeah, that was another theory on Five Nights at Freddy's Plus. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, why not leave a like rating on the video? If you could, thank you so much for supporting the channel in that way. That really does help out a lot. And best of all, of course, it is absolutely free to do so. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, why not subscribe to my channel for more Five Nights at Freddy's videos? And if you want to be notified for future videos on the matter, why not tap that bell down below? And yeah, let me know what you think about this theory, the ghost of plus Bonnie. Yay, nay, do you think it's plausible? Let me know. Or maybe if there's anything I may have missed. So yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate that. You can furthermore support the channel if you'd like to with the super thanks function down below. And with all that being said, I will most certainly hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay fresh.